Hello everybody, thank you for joining us. Krazy Kanucks Performance here with another installation video. This one's a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a semi-custom installation of a USB outlet. So what's a USB outlet? Well, this is it. You know, you can have a adapter kit or a Polaris accessory for a 12 volt plug, but it's just a cigarette plug. And then of course you can have one of these phone chargers that you plug in, but I find that never works well. So I always like, if my machine, my boat, whatever I have comes with a cigarette plug, I always just order this on Amazon. I'll have a link, but I mean, you can basically find this anywhere on Amazon, multiple different vendors. So this is a QuickCharge 3.0. It's got two plugs here, and it shows the voltmeter. I mean, that's not a big deal on this sled because the dash does it, and we won't really see it anyways where it's going to be located. But this is what I wanted to do. I didn't want to buy the Polaris install kit and then just plug this in instead. So what I did was, I think this is MATRYX 280, and this is the male. And I don't want to get into the anatomy of a plug, but it kind of, you would think it's female because the other plug goes into here, but this is the pin, so it's a male pin. I know, getting into the birds and the bees over here. So I ordered this on eBay. It was a pack with the male and female, but I just need the male. I just couldn't find only this plug with the pins and the seals. So I'm going to crimp that. This is the wiring that comes with the USB outlet. I'm just going to use that, cut it, crimp this on. I've got some crimpers that are special for these wiring, and just some side cutters here, a paint marker. I've got a just a regular drill bit, and then I measured it out. It was kind of, I don't know if you can see this with the light. Inch and an eighth was a little too small, so I'm gonna go with the step that's 1 7/30 to get precise. That should give me enough clearance there. So that's it. I'm going to install it in the same location as the Polaris directions. So where that is, well, just pop the side panel here, and I'll look from underneath, and then we'll look from up top after. Just gonna put this here. So if you go here on the exhaust side, I've already untaped it, but right here, taped to this harness, this is the plug that you unplug when you take the hood off, right here. So it's tied into that harness. It's just taped up right here, and it says on the end 12 volt. I don't know, light is too bright maybe, but 12 volt accessory power there. So that's it. It pops off, and that's the plug. So the good thing is this stays in here. It's going to be connected. This is the glove box right here. So I'm going to make a hole right here, but because this is all connected on this side, when we pop this connector to take the hood off, it stays with the hood. So it's not like I'm gonna have an extra connector to remove, which is great. I still only have this one connector. Hood comes off, all of that stays with the hood. There's no additional wires or anything weird, which is great. So I'm going to do that. And yeah, it's kind of funky having it in the glove box. That's what Polaris suggests to do. They have a template in their directions. It's essentially going to be kind of down there. It's kind of a weird spot, but there's really no other spot. Your phone's going to be in here. You can connect the phone to this. It will charge, but I like, for especially when the phone gets cold, or one of my accessories or something, a camera gets cold, I like the quick charge option. So I'm going to put it down there. I'll have a wire come up, a USB cord come up, and it'll sit in front here, and that's where I'll be able to plug in my phone, leave it in there. this will be free and everything's good. So next step, I have a paint marker. So I just want to make sure that I put this in a spot. See, I'm looking here. I've got kind of a spot where if I put it here, right there, that will, I have enough room on the outside of it, and there's clearance, tons of clearance back here. It's not gonna hit anything. It's gonna have a really super short connection to this, which is great. So that's what I'm gonna do here. So my next step after this will be to remove the hood. Okay, so I put the hood on a moving blanket here. You can see that's my paint mark. It's gonna be nice here. I can just do all the wiring. I can get all of it zip tied nicely. From the inside, yeah, just double checking everything's good. There's nothing in the way here. So that's what I'm gonna do with it. I will drill pilot hole. Probably don't really need to do this with a step bit in plastic, but just in case. So again, I don't want to go too deep. I will. A little deburring tool, not really meant for plastic, but just to get some of that, some of the burrs out. All right, so now I'm going to go from the inside. So this is pretty straightforward. There's the USB outlet. It's very nice, machined aluminum, and then a locking ring. So I'm gonna go inside. That. Perfect. So that's what it looks like there. Let me turn over the hood. There it is, down there. I can plug on it, but that's where it sits. So it's out of the way, it's at the bottom. I have a glove box liner in here. You know, obviously I suggest everyone to get a glove box liner because it's much easier to fit everything in. So even with the glove box liner, the wire, I'm gonna plug in my USB. It's gonna come out here. I think everything will be okay. So my next step then will be to measure and wire in the plug. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward. They're red. There's a positive, there's a little plus. Negative. And then I'm gonna have to pull in here. I don't really want to go directly just into there because this plug is pretty long and that's gonna be weird. So I think what I'll do, I'll make sure I can go back here toward the main harness and then I can plug it in here. So I am eyeballing about right before this inline fuse. The inline fuse isn't needed because this is meant if you're directly wiring it to the battery, so we don't need that. I'm just gonna cut that off. Perfect. Now if you're using this, it's gonna be the first time I crimp, so hopefully I do it right. We have these seals. So 1 seal per wire. There we go. That's the seal. Then I have to take the pin. So this is a pin. Put the seal next to it. Take my crimper. Okay, well, that was a lot more complicated, as you saw from the fast forward. Then what I'm going to do, we need to make sure that obviously the red goes to red. So I'm going to guess there's a red with yellow and a brown. So I'm gonna guess that the red with yellow is positive. So I will put this in. Essentially, it just kind of, I don't know if you heard the click there, but you put the pin in like so, clips into place. So now it's sealed at the back, nice and secured, and it plugs in to the factory harness. And then I put this little stopper in there. That's it. So that looks pretty factory to me. And then, like I said, I'm just going to tie it back like this so that it's not in the way of anything. The exhaust is kind of, well, it's up, but technically when this is the other way, it's down. So I'm going to get some wire loom here and some tape. I have some wire loom, just, I don't know, the bag says 1/4 inch. I'm not sure if this is, sometimes I mix leftover stuff, but it's whatever. I'm sure you can figure it out. Small wire loom, just enough to cover these wires here, about right there. Snip, snap. And then when I wire loom something, I always make sure, at the very least on the ends, I just put some tape. Reason for this, it prevents the wires from, you know, it's a split loom, so this way the wires can't, the wire loom can't come off. But so far, I'm pretty impressed with how this looks. It looks pretty factory. And then I don't want this too much of a, but I think if I zip tie it right here, this is still going to be connecting at the right spot. So you see how with the length that I have, nothing's bound, nothing's pulling on anything. That's it. So you've got wired properly. This is going to go back in. So let's put that back on the machine and see if it works. Alright, so this is what I meant. The factory plug is still right at the right spot. This is tons of room here. And then you can see the plug is right there. Really far away, the exhaust is all the way down here. Nothing's hanging. This is all good. Let's see how it works. With the cable in there, see this is the cable. So what I'm going to do is I'll just route a cable just like that, put my glove box liner right on top. The cable's going to come out, it's going to be perfect. For demo purposes here, I'll just leave this. It's just a charger for my GoPro batteries. Put that right here on the seat. So I got to start the machine. It's going to get... Again, what not to do, start the sled, let it idle for 10 seconds and turn it up. But you could see this had power. You could see the it was showing the battery voltage on that, so that means it worked. Let me see if I can get my glove box liner in there and we'll see. All right, so with the glove box liner, I just, lots of room, you can route it down so it's actually underneath the glove box liner in a great spot. So I've got the cable plugged to my phone. I can put it on the side here. You can leave the phone in there, but the cable stays in. I could plug another accessory as well. Boom. That's it. So that's my version of a USB outlet installation on this MATRYX Indy VR1. Thank you very much for watching, and hope you liked the video. Please like, subscribe, and a lot more to come. Thank you.